We begin with breaking news. Pro-Palestinian protesters are once again blocking traffic in San Francisco.
A busy intersection in the city remains blocked at this hour. We do have team coverage for you. Our Mike Inouye looking at ways you can avoid the slowdown if you're driving in that area. But first, NBC Bay Area's Ginger Conejero Saab joining us live from Market and Montgomery streets. This is where that's happening. So, Ginger, what are they talking about? We've seen a lot of these protests lately. What is the message today?
Well, the message continues to be ceasefire in Gaza. Now it's directed to, I should say, Senators Alex Padilla and Senators LaFonza Butler. I'm going to show you the intersection of Montgomery and Market Street, which is shut down here in downtown San Francisco, kind of the border of the financial district as well. You can see specifically what is blocking the intersection is a table with 16 protesters that are locked to it. It is symbolic of protesters asking California Senators Padilla and Butler to the table to talk with community members who support a ceasefire. Now, one of the protesters here this morning is a quadriplegic man from San Francisco who says he is here to give his voice and his alliance to ending the war. He says he is not deterred from how past protests have ended in arrests.
Those arrests are actually inspirational. We don't want business as usual. We will keep showing up and disrupting as needed.
Now you can see actually Market Street is open to its normal traffic. We're seeing a truck and that bus just passed by. It's really the intersection of Montgomery, passing Market and moving on to New Montgomery. But I do want to call your attention from that protest with the table on it. Our photographer Josh is going to move over to another action over at the One Post building. There are also a dozen or so protesters on that side, locked in arms, blocking entrance to that building because that is where Senator Butler's office is. Now, I am told this protest is scheduled to last for 170 minutes, which is symbolic of when protesters believe, or how long protesters believe, the war has been going on in Gaza. That is still not set in stone, as I'm told. They will stay out here as long as they need to call attention to the message that they so want to send this morning. San Francisco police is here on site. They have cars patrolled up on Sutter as well as on nearby Kearny. They say no arrests at this point need to be made, but if there are further disruptions, they will act accordingly. In San Francisco, Ginger Conejero Saab, NBC Bay Area News.
All right, Ginger, thank you.
Now let's turn to NBC Bay Area's Mike Inouye. This is a very busy part of the city, we know, Mike. How can drivers try to get around this demonstration?
Yeah, as Ginger showed you, this is right off Market, north of Market from what I understand. So Market separates Montgomery and New Montgomery in the middle of all these high rises. Let's straighten things out so it's a little easier to read our labels. I'm showing you these arrows as well because we have a lot of one-way streets through that portion of San Francisco. The activity right here in Market where Ginger did show Muni. She warned me you would see Muni in the foreground, but there may be disruptions as that may affect some of the stops. But the BART system goes underneath Market without interruption. That's moving just fine. Second and third are both one way. Sutter and Bush are both one way. And so that will take you anywhere north of all the activity, and that will keep you clear of all the protests and the marching you saw there. 3rd Street will take you up toward Market, but of course Market has got restricted traffic flow because of those Muni and bus restrictions on that line as well. Mission is a good option instead of that area, and 2nd Street is both directions as well. But again, New Montgomery, Montgomery and Market is where all the closures and the protests are disrupting the traffic flow. Back to you.